Cheers, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Bourbon Booze. It is Thursday, Whiskey Day. I almost forgot. And I am really happy to get this off my shelf and into my glass because we've had this for about 2 years, almost 3 years. And it's only been opened for a brief taste. So, really excited about this. This is the last of the Short Creek. We did the Short Creek Red Pecker Rye. We did the Green Thumb, which was a organic whiskey. And now we're looking at their bourbon. So Short Creek is a small distillery in Tennessee. So this is most likely the Tennessee method of filtering. It is a bourbon. It is 100 proof, so pretty nice. This is from 2020. It was single barrel number 44. The cost on this is rather high. At the time, it was $90. $90, which is pretty much my limit when it comes to craft whiskeys. I try to stay in the $40 to maybe $70 range, but we were determined to get the Red Pecker Rye, and we ended up buying all three of these just to have the set. But craft whiskeys and non-age statement whiskeys, I don't think this is going to be 4 years, but I don't know if they've actually got an age on there. Does not look like it, so it's going to be at least 4 years. The cost value of craft whiskey is really determined by the taste and the demand. And most people have never heard of this, so I don't know why it would be so expensive, but we'll see. All right, so it's going to be a one barrel on cost. It does have a bourbon-esque aroma. It's got that dark fruit, dark cherry, little bit of spearmint. It's got some oakiness to it. Very small hints of banana. Maybe a little apricot. Getting a little tobacco, and that is a good sign for bourbon. I have not had a very good run with tobacco on bourbon in quite a while. But this definitely has some tobacco. Now, if you finish your glass and you set it aside and you come back the hour later, empty glass, or even the next morning and smell it, and it smells very strong of tobacco and leather, then it was probably a really good bourbon. But this off the bat, I think, has a little bit of tobacco aroma to it. I'm going to say this is a 3.5 on aroma. Okay. This is spicy. Spicy on the tongue, spicy up front. Not so much on the back end. That cough had nothing to do with the spiciness. It's got a nice warming effect, but it's very strong in alcohol. It's got a very flat, almost fungal flavor to it, like an overripe pear. Not very strong in the dark cherry or the tobacco or the spearmint, anything like that. No banana hints. It's got a very unique flavor to it, but more than anything, it's very heavy on that medicinal alcohol. Little bit of almost varathane chemical to it. I would say this is a 3 on flavor. Very disappointing that the Red Pecker Rye I thought was really good. The Green Thumb was really good. This is disappointing, especially disappointing because it costs $90. Back end is okay. I'm going to say it's a 3. It's a little bit of burn there, but not much. It's more on the upfront end. So because of that, we're looking at really a very, very strong 2.5 or super weak 3. We're going to go ahead and leave it at a 3. even if the price was about $40, it probably wouldn't creep up above a 3. Yeah, adding 2 more points now, it's still going to be a 3. This is a disappointment. I really am truly disappointed. It's not a bad whiskey. It's just not a great whiskey. And it's barely a good whiskey. And my mantra is there's no bad whiskey, there's only good whiskey and great whiskey. This is a good whiskey. It's just, it would be a better whiskey if it was $40. So, kind of a disappointment. However, I will say the Red Pecker Rye, I like it, and the Green Thumb, I liked it. And I think those reviews are about 3.5, 4 points. This one is very lucky to make that 3 mark. And so, can't really encourage you to go out and buy it at $90. What I would like for you to do, though, if you've had the Short Mountain Bourbon Whiskey, leave a comment below with your tasting notes and tell me what you think. I would be very much interested, and I am definitely going to be pulling this out for some of my really diehard bourbon fans, friends that come over, to make sure that I am not missing something and see what they think. But I truly think this is hitting or missing the mark quite a bit. And then, of course, Cody will try too. But, all right, so tomorrow is Friday. We're going to have a great episode on a cocktail. We're going to continue some sake-inspired cocktails. So make sure you check that out. Saturday, I'm hoping to have a special, but I am traveling. In fact, when this episode comes out, I will already be on the road. And we've got a kind of a business/pleasure weekend. We're going to go see some family and just relax a little bit, but we also have 4 distilleries I think we're hitting between here and Denver, Colorado. So I think we're getting 4, possibly 5. Knowing my wife, it's going to be 6 or 7 because she's the navigator. All right, have a great weekend. And remember, there's no bad whiskey. There's only good whiskey and great whiskey. And this is good whiskey. Cheers.